Hey everyone, Clayton King here for this week's episode of Wisdom Wednesday, and today we are going to be talking about a common deal point in a lease, and that is the rent escalations throughout the term of the lease. So why do increases and escalations exist in lease agreements? Well, the reason being is obviously these are long-term agreements, and we all know that inflation obviously exists. It's just a tool within the lease and a metric within the lease to have the rent stay consistent and increase over time as cost of product and goods and services and real estate also increase. So what are escalations and increases that are in the lease as it pertains to the rent amount? Well, it's pretty self-explanatory. It is how much the rent will increase or escalate over the term of the lease. So how are these increases and escalations typically determined in the lease? And the answer is it depends. It depends on a lot of different factors, and every transaction is obviously different. But one factor that typically affects increases is the term of the lease. If you have a shorter term lease, meaning 5 years or less, then you'll typically have an annual increase. Here locally in New Mexico and Albuquerque, we have a 3% annual increase in rent. If you do a longer term lease, like a 10-year, 15-year lease, then we'll negotiate where your rent will increase every 5 years. You'll have a 10% increase on year 5. So it typically depends on, again, a lot of different factors, but one of the main driving factors for how increases are negotiated and determined is the actual term of the lease. Hey guys, thanks again for joining us today. As always, we're thankful to have this time with you and hope you found this information of value. If you did, please share it with a friend, colleague, or coworker. And as I mentioned in our last episode, if you're looking for more valuable information, feel free to check out my podcast as well, the CRE Project Podcast. Tons of great stories and lessons learned on that platform as well. But until next time, again, I'm Clayton King, and we will see you on the next episode.